What if death is not the end, but merely a transition? This question has sparked curiosity and fueled the imagination of humans since the dawn of time. From the ancient Egyptians to the modern-day spiritualists, the concept of the afterlife has been an integral part of our cultural fabric and belief systems. Some religions envision it as a paradise, a place of eternal happiness. Others see it as a realm of punishment for those who have lived a life of sin. And yet, there are those who believe in reincarnation, a cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, with the ultimate goal being liberation from this cycle. But what if there is more to it? What if there is a twist to the tale that we've been told? A theory that takes these beliefs and paints them in an entirely different light. A theory that challenges our understanding of life and death, pushing the boundaries of our comprehension. However, there exists a theory that takes these beliefs and adds a twist. Imagine, if you will, an afterlife not as a final destination, but as a cosmic waiting room. A place that's not quite here, yet not quite there. This is the heart of a conspiracy theory that's been stirring whispers among those who dare to question the conventional narrative of life after death. Rather than a final resting place, this theory suggests that the afterlife serves as a temporary station, a kind of celestial lounge where souls rest, reflect, and prepare for their next journey. Reincarnation. The idea is that our souls are eternal, not just surviving beyond our mortal bodies, but thriving through a cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. Now you might wonder, what could possibly give credence to such an idea? Well, there's a wealth of anecdotal evidence that comes from those who've stood on the brink of death itself. These are the individuals who have reported near-death experiences, or NDEs, and their stories often echo this theory of a transitory afterlife. Take, for instance, the tale of a man who, after a severe car accident, reported floating above his own body and feeling an overwhelming sense of peace. He described a journey through a tunnel of light, and at the end, he found himself in a place of extraordinary tranquility. But instead of a final destination, he was told that it wasn't his time yet, that he must return. Or consider the account of a woman who, during a difficult childbirth, found herself in a beautiful meadow, filled with a sense of love and acceptance. She too was told that her time had not yet come, that she had more to do in her earthly life. In both cases, these individuals described their experiences as a brief sojourn in the afterlife, a pause before they were sent back to continue their lives. It's these accounts, and many more like them, that lend a sense of mystery and intrigue to the theory of afterlife as a cosmic waiting room. But what if there's more to this theory? Could there be unseen forces at play, guiding our souls through this cycle of life, death, and rebirth? And if so, who are they, and what is their purpose? Let's delve deeper and see what we can uncover. Who or what is in charge of this cosmic waiting room? That's the question we're going to tackle next. You see, many theories suggest that there's a group or an entity controlling the afterlife. But who could this be? Who holds the keys to the kingdom of the departed? Some believe it's religious figures. Perhaps it's Saint Peter, the keeper of the heavenly gates in Christian tradition, or Yama, the Hindu god of death, who decides the fate of souls. Could it be Anubis, the jackal-headed god who, according to ancient Egyptians, weighed the hearts of the deceased against a feather to determine their worthiness? Then, there are those who propose a more otherworldly hypothesis. Extraterrestrials. Yes, you heard it right. Some theorists suggest that advanced alien civilizations with technology and wisdom beyond our comprehension are the true controllers of the afterlife. Imagine that. Beings from a distant galaxy, guiding us through life and death. Others yet point towards more abstract concepts. The afterlife, they say, is governed by the laws of the universe itself or by collective consciousness. The idea that we, through our thoughts, emotions, and actions, have a hand in shaping our own afterlife, a self-curated cosmic journey, if you will. But let's not forget the skeptics among us. Those who argue that there are no controllers, no puppet masters pulling the strings of the afterlife. To them, death is the end of consciousness, a final sleep from which we never wake. So, who's right? Who indeed is the conductor of this spectral symphony? Is it a divine entity, an alien race, the universe itself, our collective consciousness, or simply no one? These theories, as varied and fascinating as they are, reflect our innate desire to understand what lies beyond the veil of mortality. They attempt to give a face or faces to the unknown, to make the incomprehensible comprehensible. But where does this leave us, the living? What role do we play in this grand cosmic narrative? Are we mere spectators or active participants in the drama of the afterlife? Keep watching as we delve deeper into this mystery. What if the clues to this afterlife conspiracy are already among us? let's take a moment to explore some of the purported evidence that's been making waves among theorists and skeptics alike. First off, we have countless stories of past life memories. These are tales spun by individuals who claim to remember intricate details from lives they've supposedly lived before. Some can recall specific names, places, and events, details that are often verified as historically accurate. How can we dismiss these as mere coincidences or fabrications when they are so precise and consistent? Then we have the realm of unexplained phenomena, where strange occurrences seem to defy the laws of physics and biology. Think of near-death experiences where people report floating above their bodies, moving through tunnels, or encountering deceased loved ones. There are also accounts of ghost sightings and spectral apparitions, experiences that hint at a presence beyond our physical world. Moreover, let's not overlook the scientific research into consciousness that's been surfacing. Quantum physicists are starting to question whether consciousness is truly a byproduct of our brains, or if it could be a fundamental aspect of the universe, much like space and time. If the latter is true, then it would imply that our consciousness could continue to exist even after our bodies have perished. And what about the studies on children who claim to recall past lives? Researchers have found that these kids often have birthmarks or defects that eerily align with injuries or scars they supposedly had in their past lives. Again, this is something that's hard to dismiss as mere coincidence. These pieces of evidence, while intriguing, are not definitive proof. They are breadcrumbs in a vast, uncharted forest, leading us deeper into the mystery of what lies beyond the veil of death. They challenge our preconceived notions and prompt us to question the nature of our very existence. Yet, for all these pieces of evidence, we are left with even more questions. Is the afterlife a waiting room for souls, or is there another explanation? Let's dive into the deep end of the pool of unanswered questions and controversies surrounding the afterlife. Firstly, if the afterlife is a waiting room for souls, who's the receptionist? Who's in control? Is there a hierarchy of souls, or is it a free-for-all? If there is a controller, then who or what is this entity? Is it a divine being, an advanced civilization, or perhaps something we cannot even fathom with our limited human understanding? Secondly, if we are to believe in reincarnation, then how does it work? Is there a cycle, a pattern? How is it decided who gets to come back as what? Can a soul opt out of this cycle? And more importantly, can a soul remember its past lives, or is every life a clean slate? Then there's the question of time. How does time work in the afterlife? Is it linear, cyclical, or does it exist on a different plane altogether? If time is not linear, then could we potentially meet our past or future selves in the afterlife? And what about the physical versus the spiritual? If we exist as souls in the afterlife, what happens to our physical bodies? Do we retain any physical characteristics, or do we exist solely as energy or consciousness? Finally, there's the question of purpose. What is the purpose of the afterlife? Is it a place of rest, of learning, of punishment or reward? Or is it simply another stage in the journey of existence? These questions, and many more, continue to baffle us. They challenge our beliefs, provoke our curiosity, and inspire our imagination. They encourage us to think critically, to question what we've been told, and to seek out our own truths. So, what do you think? What theories resonate with you? What questions do you have? Remember, it's okay to question, to be skeptical, to seek answers. Because in the end, the truth about the afterlife remains a mystery. So what do you believe? Is death merely a transition? We've journeyed together through the fascinating world of the afterlife conspiracy theory, unveiling the hidden controllers of the supposed afterlife, and examining the evidence that suggests more than meets the eye. We've dared to ask the eternal question, and in doing so, unearthed more questions than answers. But isn't that the essence of curiosity and learning? In our exploration, we've stressed the importance of open-mindedness. It's not about accepting or rejecting these theories outright, but about considering the possibilities they present. These theories challenge us to look beyond the physical, beyond what we know and understand. They push us to question, to explore, and to remain forever curious. And so, as we wrap up today's discussion, let's hold on to that curiosity. Remember, the answers are out there. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and most importantly, keep living.